Look, if you clicked on this video, part of you already knows something's wrong. Maybe you're not where you thought you'd be by now. Maybe you wake up and just feel like you're in a cycle, like you're going through the motions. And I'm not here to make you feel bad about that, but I'm going to be absolutely straight with you today. So these are 10 things quietly destroying your life as a man. And what's scary is most of them don't even feel dangerous because they become so normal. So let's get into it very fast. Number one, I'm going to say it straight, porn. Everyone watches it. It's normal nowadays, right? I remember the time a couple of years ago where porn was seen as like a trend to hop on, and it seems like it still is, and that's exactly the problem. Why are you watching porn regularly? You literally reward yourself by watching sex without doing anything to earn it, and then you go out into the real world where results take time, where conversations are awkward, where girls aren't going to just appear naked, and your brain goes, nah, this isn't worth it. I'll either stoop down for something low or just not go into it at all. Maybe even switch sides. You know, it's crazy for me to say that. You know, people are going to, if someone hears that in public, people are going to criticize me. But honestly, that's how I feel. Like, people just switch sides and go, you know what, I'm now gay. Because, you know, women don't seem to validate me as a man, as being masculine. So, yeah, it's crazy. And if you really think about it, you'll see that it's true. Just look around you. There's people turning gay left and right. I don't know why. So yeah, it kills your drive. It kind of just kills your confidence with women. And it makes real life feel boring compared to your life on the screen. And I'm not here to lecture you, you know, but if you're watching this and you consume it regularly, just be honest with yourself and about how it's making you feel. So yeah, here's a challenge for you. Calculate the amount of times you watch porn in a week and just half it. Make that the max amount of times you watch per week. Then after a month, do the same thing, and yeah, it will work out, because this is exactly what I did, and life is on easy mode with this shit. You know, sometimes I will fail, but at least I'm doing better than how I was like 1 or 2 years ago, where I was doing it like nearly every single day. And it might sound like fucking vulgar to you, but I don't give a shit. Honestly, I'm trying to help you. So yeah, I'm being completely honest, because men who cut it out say the same thing. Within a few weeks, something completely shifts, and I saw this myself. So please take this on board. Number 2, you're not moving your body enough. And I don't mean you need to be in the gym 6 days a week. I mean your body is literally designed to be physical. And most men are sitting down for like 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And here's what that does. It tanks testosterone. It wrecks your mood, makes you feel heavy and slow and unmotivated. And then you wonder why you can't be bothered to do anything. Like, dude, the gym isn't just about like looking good, although that is a bonus. It's also about how you feel when you walk into a room. It's about the discipline of showing up when you don't want to. It's about having an outlet for stress that isn't your phone or food. And if you're not training at all right now, I'm not going to ask you to go 5 days a week. I'm very unreasonable and not really necessary. Just start with 2 or 3. Just get moving. I made a video about this. You can learn the complete basics. It's not in depth at all, but it's just the complete basics you need to kind of succeed. If you don't know anything, but honestly, sweet spot, you should just work towards getting 3 to 4 days per week training. Everything else gets so much easier when your body feels strong and you feel strong. All right, number 3, checking your phone the second you wake up. Now, this one sounds small, but it's literally not. Like, I still struggle with this sometimes right now, but the first thing you do in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. And if the first thing you do is scroll Instagram or TikTok or check your messages, you've immediately put your brain into reactive mode. I've said this before in a different video, but you're consuming other people's lives before you've even started your own. You're also flooding your brain with dopamine first thing, which makes everything that comes after feel less interesting. You know, that uni assignment, that task you need to do, that job application you need to put in, that workout, all of it feels harder because your brain already got its hit. So try this. For the first 30 minutes after you wake up, no phone. Just get up, drink some water, do some push-ups, eat something. Give your brain a chance to actually wake up on its own terms and know that it's not in reactive mode. It sounds simple. Most people watching this probably won't actually do it, but I promise you, you'll notice the difference within a week. Now, number 4, your circle is keeping you small. Now, this one can sting a bit because, you know, your friends are what make you who you are, you know, and I saw this in my life. It's very hard to steep away from what your friends are doing in their lives and kind of not joining them. That's tough. But you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's completely true. That's not just a motivational quote. It's genuinely how humans work. We mirror the people around us. We adopt their habits, their ambitions, their standards. So if the people around you are comfortable being average, You know, going out every weekend, complaining about life, but never really changing anything. Dude, you're clowning on anyone who tries to do something different. That's an environment that's gonna pull you down, even if you don't realize it in the moment. And I'm not saying cut everyone off and become a lone wolf, but start paying attention to how you feel after, you know, spending time with certain people. Maybe you spend less time with them. Do you feel energized and motivated, or do you feel drained and kind of directionless? Protect your energy, because it's the most sacred thing you hold on to, and you get a fresh batch of that energy every single day. If you can, start putting yourself around people who are actually doing things, because it changes your baseline for what's normal. Number 5, you have no idea where your money is going. And look, I'm not talking about being rich. Okay, that's a different thing. I'm talking about basic financial awareness, dude. Most men in their late teens and early 20s spend money on impulse. You know, food, nights out, subscriptions they forgot about, stuff they don't even need. And then they wonder why they're broke 2 weeks after they just got paid. But money stress is one of the biggest things that quietly destroys your confidence and your mental state. When you're financially stressed, your relationships, your focus, your mood, they all suffer. And you don't need to be some financial expert, but you do need to know what's coming in and what's coming out. And even just tracking your spending for 1 month will show you things that shock you, because you'll have things that are just sitting there that are taking money away from your account, like a subscription that you've forgotten about. Like what? It's like £10 being taken out of your bank account every month. You know, save that up. That's £120 for a year. Like, bro, that's £320. Like, come on, start there. Know your numbers, because financial freedom, even just having a bit of buffer, changes how you can carry yourself. So number 6, you're avoiding everything that's uncomfortable. And this is a big one. Every time something feels hard or awkward or scary, you know, a difficult conversation, approaching someone, applying for something, trying something new, and you avoid it, you're training your brain that discomfort equals danger, and your comfort zone shrinks. The problem is, and I'll say this now, the problem is everything you actually want is on the other side of discomfort. The body you want requires uncomfortable workouts. The money you want requires uncomfortable conversations and risks. The confidence you want comes from doing things that scare you until they don't anymore. Comfort is the enemy of growth, you know, and we live in a world that is designed to keep you comfortable. You know, streaming services, food delivery, social media, everything is designed by higher powers, so you never have to sit with discomfort for more than a few seconds. So I'll tell you what, start doing one uncomfortable thing a day. Cold shower, talking to a stranger, sending that message, I don't care. The reps add up. For baseline, when you get scared or you can't be asked for something that you're about to do, and you know you can either say yes or no to it, go do it. Obviously, be mindful. If you're thinking of jumping off like a tall building, that's always going to be a no. Don't be stupid, okay? Don't be fucking stupid. Number 7, you're comparing your life to what you see on social media. And I know you know this already, but knowing it and actually feeling it are two different things. When you're scrolling and you see someone your age with a better body, more money, better lifestyle, your brain doesn't really process that rationally. It just makes you feel behind, like you're losing some race. But here's what you're not seeing. You're not seeing their 5 a.m. starts. You're not seeing the years of work. You're not seeing what they're struggling with privately. You're seeing a highlight reel and comparing it to your behind the scenes. Fucking Instagram is la la land. You know, people 99% of the time will choose to put sunflowers and rainbows on there. The only comparison that matters is you versus who you were last month. Are you training more consistently? Are you spending more time better? Are you making progress on something that matters to you? That's the only scoreboard worth looking at. Right, number 8, you don't know what you're working towards. This one is probably the most destructive on the list, and it's the least talked about. And I think I've said that in a video before. But just to elaborate, when a man has no direction, no goal, no project, no thing he's building, the path he walks is extremely rough and can lead to many directions. And this looks different for everyone. For some, it's excessive gaming. For some, it's drinking. For some, it's just floating through life, you know, feeling vaguely empty without knowing why. You need something to work towards. It doesn't need to be something massive. Like, it doesn't need to be some massive life vision right now. It can be small, like get to X weight, save Y amount of money, build this thing, learn this skill. Having a target changes how you make decisions. Suddenly the question isn't, what do I feel like doing? It's, does this move me closer to where I want to be? If you don't have a direction right now, that is your first job, not the gym, not the money, not any of that other stuff. Figure out what you're actually working towards. Everything else flows from that. All right, number 9, you stopped learning outside of what you have to. School and university teach you what they want you to know, but the men who actually want to get ahead are the ones who are constantly learning on their own terms about money, about business, about how people work, about the world. And I'm not necessarily saying you need to read a book a week, you know? But if the only content you're consuming is entertainment, you know, video games, TV, and none of it is teaching you anything meaningful, you know, stuff that propels you, then you're standing still while other people are moving forward. Podcasts on the commute, a book instead of your phone before bed, YouTube channels that actually teach you something. It adds up faster than you think. Look at your strengths and weaknesses accordingly. Like, what do you know that you can do with ease here? If it's podcasts over books, go for podcasts, dude. But then again, reflect on yourself. Why do you think podcasts are better than books? Are you being lazy? Should I actually try something uncomfortable, like read that book to train myself to do uncomfortable things? These points all link. You need to realize the points that I've just gone through, they all link. So your brain is the most valuable asset you have. What are you going to put in it? All right, number 10, and this is the one that ties everything together. You're waiting to feel ready before you start. I'm going to say that again. You're waiting to feel ready before you start. Waiting until you know enough, until you have more money, until the timing is better, until you feel more confident, until you're 45 years old. Here's the truth. That feeling never comes. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. The men who are where you want to be didn't wait until they felt ready. They started before they were ready and figured it out on the way. Every single thing on this list, the phone habits, the training, the direction, the discomfort, none of it requires perfect conditions. It just requires one decision, and that decision is available to you right now as you're watching this video. The only question is whether you're actually going to make it. So that's the 10 things. If you're really, really struggling and you really feel like overwhelmed, pick one. Just one thing from this list that you know is hitting you right now, and make one change each week from watching. Just one. Dude, just one. Because you've already become better. You've already become a better person and a better man if you do this. So drop which one resonated with you the most in the comments. I'll reply to every single one. If this video was useful, please subscribe and like the video. I drop videos every week here about leveling up as a man with some sick gameplay in the background. I hope you enjoyed the Modern Warfare 3. Actually, it's quite a questionable game, dude. Like, look at this gameplay. I'm sure you've been thinking, like, what the fuck is going on in the screen right now? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm dropping some sick gameplay in the background for you guys to enjoy while listen to me just waffle really and ramble about stuff. But if you want to watch something next, I'll link something up here, and I'll see you in the next one.